originating from the redneck garage. Well, it's snowy and icy outside, and there's certainly nothing I can do, but I did get my parts in after 2 weeks from Freedom Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Duncanville, Texas. And on the top is Brian Condley, and I can only assume that he's like the parts manager at the Freedom Dodge Chrysler Jeep. Now, because these guys are so honest, I looked up their Yelp review, and believe it or not, old Brian put a review in for his own dealership, and here's a picture of that. So I went on Yelp and I looked up reviews for Freedom Dodge Chrysler Jeep, and amazing. Brian C. from Corsicana, Texas. He had a couple reviews on here. One was for Love Field Chrysler Dodge Jeep, and he gave them 5 stars, and it says, great dealership. They know how to take care of customers. Took my vehicle in for an oil change and was in and out quick. And then he did another review from Freedom Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Outstanding dealership. These guys know how to treat customers. The only problem with old Brian C's reviews is Brian C is Brian Condley, the guy that runs the internet parts scam for Freedom Dodge, and Love Field Chrysler Jeep is owned by the same people. So he's putting up fake reviews on Yelp on his own dealerships. How sad is that? Brian, trying to manipulate the scores that are all negative except for probably the people that work there on Yelp. Now, going back, I did get a response back from eBay from Freedom, and when I looked at the invoice, it does say Brandon up here. So evidently Brandon is the internet goof that works at Freedom, not Brian. So we'll leave Brian off the hook now, except for posting fake reviews on Yelp. The response from Brandon now is quite interesting and semi-retarded. It says, sir, the number on the invoice you received is the number for our wholesale center, which is both Freedom Dodge and Love Field Dodge, as we order the paper in bulk and share it between all departments at both locations. So yes, indeed, I did call the number that's on the invoice about a problem I had with something that was shipped to me with this invoice. Now, he goes on to say, the people you are on hold with were at Love Field, as you can hear over the speakerphone and the hold audio in your video, and they were not the people you needed to speak with. Let's just talk about that for a minute. What I said was I called the number, and they put me on hold. After a hold, they said, oh, you need to call the other dealership. Here's the phone number, but I'll go ahead and transfer you, and here's the video proof of that. Can you hold on? Travis, got a question for you, buddy. I ordered a part on eBay the other day and finally got it, and wanted you to look at it and see if you thought that it was incorrect.
We act as a call center for both stores. We have 2 stores and 2 accounts. It's actually for the Freedom store.
Yep.
Freedom at the bottom, doesn't it?
Yep.
Okay, let me go ahead and give you the number for over there, and after I give you the number, I'll get you transferred.
Okay.
Okay, that's going to be 972 572 2277.
Got it. Yeah, I just called the number on the invoice.
Yeah, they have it on there because we're kind of an unofficial call center. But when I transfer you over there, just ask for the parts department, and they'll get you taken care of.
Okay, buddy, thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
We've got to transfer you over to the parts department for Freedom. Brandon, let's just look at my phone call log from Sprint, because I pulled it up, and you can see here where the first number is actually where I called the number on the invoice, and then the next 2 numbers here are actually the number direct to Freedom, which was given to me by Love Field. So no, that's not true. I called twice to Freedom Dodge Jeep. So Brandon, that really wasn't true either, was it? Now he goes on to say, I will make sure to create a separate invoice template for my department with our direct phone number to avoid this from happening in the future. There are no Spanish males in the internet department, and though I don't know who you spoke with, I apologize for his negligence. Okay, so he's apologizing for his negligence, saying that he was going to take care of me. He's apologizing, if you watched the last video, because this guy said, yeah, I'll get it shipped to you overnight, because he obviously saw that there was a mistake. His negligence was trying to take care of a customer, Brandon. Do you not get that? Your negligence was shipping out an incorrect order, postal mail, rather than expedited shipping that you have listed on eBay. So if I was him, the Spanish individual, he should be apologizing for you because you don't know how to do your job, or you're just being sneaky about it and putting up fake listings and getting people to buy stuff and then shipping it out any way you want to. Anyway, we'll go ahead. I can assure you that an overnight request was never relayed to us. Well, obviously, he told me that. After hearing about your long hold time, I gave my personal cell phone number because this is my fault now. Though at this point you have not used it. Okay, Brandon, if there's a customer that's so upset that he's putting on videos on YouTube about how crappy your service is and that your dealership is a bunch of scam artists, I think that maybe you should call me. That's what I would do as a business owner for over 20 years, but obviously that's not how y'all work. I would still be happy to discuss this situation with you over the phone, and hopefully we can change your opinion of our business. Really? You think you can? We have a long history of selling online, and our overwhelmingly positive reviews reflect the average experience of our customers. So let's just take a look at some of the reviews that I saw online for Freedom Chrysler Dodge Jeep and how great those reviews are. So on Better Business Bureau, they've got a D-. On Yelp, the positive reviews are probably employees, at least one of them is, I know, and the rest of them are all terrible. So, Brandon, it's not true. You're not saying the truth. Speak the truth, son. It'll set you free. Here's a really good part. I am bothered that you are attempting to slander us over a simple mistake. I'm slandering you. No, slander would be someone that's making false allegations. I'm backing up every allegation I have with video evidence of exactly what happened on the phone call. And it was exactly like I said it was. So that's not slander. That's called the truth. And what you're trying to do is avoid the truth and avoid taking care of your customers. The empty promise of someone from different department. So his promise from a different department, now you're saying he does work there, but he's in a different department. See, you're not making any sense, Brandon. Bless your heart. But we run an honest business. No, you don't. And the jobs of about 15 people depend on our continued selling success, as I care not any at all. Again, my number is blank, 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 and my name is Brandon. I hope to hear from you soon. Well, Brandon, you've got this all backwards. If you've got a customer that you haven't done right by, that you haven't taken care of, that's upset, that's putting videos up on the internet about you, Brandon, I would probably call them and say, hey, what can we do to make this right? But that's not how you operate. That isn't it at all. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to wait, because I've requested a refund and you're not wanting to give me a refund. I'm going to wait until the 6 or 8 days or whatever it is on eBay, and I'm going to type out a big long response of saying how your service was so terrible and your parts department lied to me, and I'll put links to the videos that I've put online if eBay wants to look at those, and we'll see if they're going to tell you to send me a return tag for this $16 stinking item. Because if you'd done that in the first place, I wouldn't even have put up a video. You obviously don't understand how business works. But anyway, since it's snowy and icy, I don't have much else to do, so I'm just going to go ahead and edit this video up, and we may have a couple more about how crappy Freedom Chrysler Dodge Jeep parts department is, and it's reflective of their whole dealership. In fact, here's how crazy it was. I sent an email through the website to your dealership, and one of the managers called me, and this was 2 days ago. And he says, oh, I see I got an email that you wanted to buy a car. And I said, no, you got an email that I'm upset about the parts department. He goes, oh, okay, well, let me get back to the office there. I'm one of the managers there, and I'll run it on up and see what we can do, and I'll call you back. Guess what? He never called back. That's your whole dealership. So hopefully, with this whole experience, at least I can warn people about Freedom Chrysler Dodge and how crappy their service is, and all this is over a $16 part that y'all refuse to take care of a customer. Unbelievable to me. But that's how you want to run your business. We'll continue this on and see how it goes, Brandon. When I put up 3 or 4 more videos, maybe at that point you'll send me a return tag. I'm David from the Redneck Garage, and I'm kind of pissed. Keep turning wrenches.